Ooh, I have two big ones here. This is a Trichocereus volcanic sunset. Oh, that was easy. Ooh, look at that. You can already see the seeds inside. Good morning everyone, my name is Anna. Welcome to Cactus Caffeine. In this channel, I share with you my passion for growing cactus and other desert plants over a cup of my favorite beverage, coffee. So good day everyone. Today is a beautiful day. It is not so hot, it is sunny, but at least I see clouds overhead for today. So we are in the 90s. That is already a cool down for us. In the 90 degrees Fahrenheit, at least we are below 100 today. So what I think I will do this morning is I will be collecting the cactus fruits that have been developing on my plants. As you can see, I have several cactus with fruits on top of them. So those red ones are also fruits. That one as well. I am not sure. Maybe those, some of them are just dried up flowers and some of them may be fruits, but we will find out. After your cactus is done blooming, sometimes you will be lucky and the flowers will be pollinated by butterflies, bees, or if they're night bloomers, the moths can also pollinate them at night. Sometimes the flowers will be pollinated, and if they are pollinated, they will form cactus fruits like these ones in here. You can also pollinate your flowers yourself manually, and if you're not familiar how to pollinate your cactus flowers, just look up on the screen or below this video. I will put the link on the videos that I made when I pollinated my own cactus flowers. So going back to these cactus fruits, from what I know, all cactus fruits are edible. Correct me if I am wrong, but some of them are so small like this one that you would hardly get anything out of them. They look like little peppers. So this one's mostly it is just seeds that you will find inside, but there are also big cactus fruits like the dragon fruit. That one is really big and they sell that in the grocery stores. Also the prickly pear cactus fruits, those are also big that it's worth it to eat them. But for small ones like this, usually you just get them for the seeds. Okay, so these cactus fruits, like all other fruits, they have seeds inside them. So you can harvest these fruits, open them up, gather the seeds, and you can plant the seeds to make more cactus. So in this video, what I am going to show you is how to harvest this cactus fruits and how to extract the seeds out of these fruits. This is a Parodia autonis. This has beautiful yellow flowers. So this one, the flowers were pollinated, so I have fruits on them. Actually, some flowers were pollinated and some are not. Now, how do you know which ones are the fruits? Fruits is this one. As you can see the swelling at the bottom, that is the cactus fruit. This one on top is a dried up flower, and then at the bottom of the flower is where the fruit will develop. So the bottom will start swelling up, looking like a little ball. So that is the fruit. And this one right here is a flower that was not pollinated. As you can see, the bottom is thin, there is no swelling, and if I tug on this, it will easily come off. See, so this one is a flower that just dried up. This is not a fruit. This one is the fruit. When you harvest fruit, make sure they are ripe. Ripe and ready to be harvested. When you're gathering fruits from cactus for the seeds, the riper it is, the better. How can you tell if it is ripe? The color changes. So when it is not ripe, it is usually green or dark green. This is like semi-ripe. But when it is ripe, it will usually change its color to yellow, orange, sometimes red, just like a typical fruit. So this one is ripe. This is what you want to harvest for seeds. Another indication that a cactus fruit is ready to be picked is when it splits open. As you can see, this one split open already, revealing the seeds inside. So we are ready to pick this out. Okay, so just give it a gentle tug. Okay, and I'm going to put this in a bag. So like I said, I'm going to leave this one, but this is another one that's just dried up, no fruit developed in it, and this one has a fruit. Okay, so just carefully tug on it, and these are flower buds. So we're gonna wait for that. Sometimes I am not able to harvest the seeds right away or the fruits right away, and they just fall. I just leave them in the pot so I know where they come from. And then sometimes when I am lazy and I don't get to sow the seeds in a bag, what I do is, here, look. So I just try to snip the top off. So you can see there are the seeds inside, those black ones. Those are the seeds, and I just scatter them at the bottom of this cactus, and sometimes they will germinate. If you have the right conditions, they will germinate on their own. It may take time, not as fast as if you do them in a separate pot, in a bag, or however you sow your cactus seeds. So this will take time, but they will germinate if you have the right condition. Yeah, just scatter the seeds in there and just forget about it if you're lucky. Sometimes the seeds will germinate by themselves in the pot. This one is a Mammillaria Bocasana rosiflora. Okay, so this year I did not pollinate much of my cactus. I got lazy pollinating this year. Plus, you know, I got sick, so I did not pollinate most of them. So these are actually pollinated by the bees or the butterflies. This is another type of Mammillaria. I don't know what the name of this one is. Although they look alike, but the flowers are not the same. So it's easy pulling them when they are ripe and ready. For me, the riper it is, the better. There is just the downside though of waiting too long because for me, it's the birds that get or pick the fruits before I do. I don't know how they get in here, but somehow they manage to take my fruit. Like I was waiting for a Thelocactus fruit to develop. There was only a single fruit on that one. And I was waiting for it to ripen, like fully ripen, and then one morning, lo and behold, it was gone. So it did not fall in the pot because I searched. It did not fall in the floor. So I'm guessing the birds got into it first. So that is one downside. And also, if you have a lot of ants in your garden, the ants like to eat the fruits as well. So I guess they're sweet. Here are all the cactus fruits that I gathered for today. So I bagged them, put appropriate labels so I don't get them mixed up. And I'm going to show you how I extract the seeds out of the fruit. Okay, I will start with the easiest one. Ooh, it's breezy today. Okay, so I'm using a filter bag here, coffee filter bag. It doesn't have to be this. It is just what I have on hand right now. But I'm going to start with the easiest one, like I've said. So sometimes you will be fortunate to harvest a fruit that's already dried up. And when you crack them open, ooh, there's the seeds. You can just actually sprinkle the seeds. They're already dry. Can you see the seeds? You wouldn't want to do this outside when it is windy, like what I'm doing right now, because you're bound to lose your seeds. But anyway, I will try to be very careful. So you can see they just all come out like that. Very easy. They're already dry, and you can actually already plant this. Okay, these are the fruits of the Echinopsis mirabilis. This one, I believe, is self-fertile because even though I don't pollinate the flowers, every time it flowers, it develops a cactus fruit. And even though there's only one flower that opens at a time, it still develops fruit. So that makes me conclude that this one is self-fertile. Again, look at the seed pod. There's the seeds inside there. So it is also dry. The fruit is already dry. So this is, wait, let me just put a rock so it doesn't get blown by the wind. So this is what I prefer. Okay, although not all cactus fruits dry up like this, but this is perfect for me because this is the easiest. All you need to do is just scrape them and the seeds come out easily. This is dry and ready to be sown. If you want to know, by the way, how to sow cactus from seed, I made a video on how to grow cactus from seed. You will see the link up on your screen and below this video as well. So I do the baggy method. There's a lot of ways on how you can grow cactus from seed, but for me, that is the method that works best for me and for my climate. I am going to set this aside for now, but later on I will put them in a bag. Okay, let's move on to another type of cactus fruit. Now with this one, there's a little bit of a challenge to it. So here is the fruit. It is still plump. I could feel it, you know, but it is so small. So what I do with this one is you just split it open, and there are the seeds inside. Okay, see those are the seeds. They are very tiny, but it is still sticky. So what I do with this one is I just rub it off on my coffee filter bag. It doesn't have to be a coffee filter bag. You can do this on a piece of napkin or paper or tissue. If you want, you can scrape it with your nails like that, and then you can rub it off to the tissue. Okay. So this is tedious, as you can see. And I got loads more to do. So just be patient. Alright. So anyway, you get the idea. That is another method on how you can collect your seeds from the cactus fruit. I'm going to leave this out to dry for overnight is enough. And then when it is dry, it is easier to scrape the seeds out of the paper, and then you can bag it, or if you want, you can wash it first. I don't find it necessary, but you can if you want to. Wash the seeds first, let it dry again, and then bag it. Now this is the fruit of the Trichocereus, the volcanic sunset. Nice big juicy one. This has a lot of seeds inside it. This one is the closest that looks like the dragon fruit. Ow! The fruit has little spines, so watch out. But look at that big and juicy fruit. So for this one, what I do is I clean out the seeds using a strainer. So try to get out as much seed as you can. I'm gonna use a spoon for this. Get them all out in a strainer, and then we'll flush out the pulp under a faucet or under water. We'll just scoop this out. There's still a little bit of pulp left, but it's easier now to spread it on a tissue, and then we'll let it dry here. So this time I'm using a tissue or a napkin. So you see different ways on how you can do this, not just through a coffee filter bag. I just have a lot of coffee filter bag, that's why I like doing it, and it's more sturdy than a napkin. Okay, so let this dry overnight until the seeds come off easily from the tissue, and put it in a pouch, paper pouch or a plastic pouch. And I am back one day after. Here I now have the tissue with the seeds. The tissue is dry now, so what I do is I just merely carefully rub the seeds so they come off the tissue. So very gently. So the fruit is now dry, and just rubbing them together, the seeds come off easily. Okay, so just keep doing this until you get all the seeds out. And then what I do is I will put it in a small plastic pouch. I have several already in there, but I'm just going to show you how I do it. So I like to use a funnel. Okay, this makes it easier. This is my plastic pouch, and then I would simply pour my seeds in there. Okay, and there you go. You see I have the seeds inside the bag. Okay, so I will continue doing all these until I take off all the seeds and put it inside this bag. And make sure you also include your label, the name and the date when you harvested the seeds. And these are all the seeds that I've cleaned and bagged so far. I wasn't able to finish everything, but this is just to show you guys how I do it, how I clean my seeds. As you can see, some of them are really tiny. This is the one that came from the mammillaria. Okay, and some of them are bigger, so they're not all the same size. And then I just would like to mention two things about growing cactus from seed. First is when you grow cactus from seed, the new seedling will not always be true to its parent. Why? Because number one, like what I have here, these came from a flower that was open pollinated. That means I did not do the pollination myself, the bees did it. So I am not sure what flower the pollen came from that the bees were carrying when they pollinated my cactus flower. So this could be hybrids. Okay, and then also, even if you control your pollination, even if you do it in a controlled environment, sometimes when you plant the seeds, you will find that there are some mutations on the seedlings. You know, some can have, when they produce the flower will be slightly different from that of the parent. It can be a different shape of petal or different shade of flower, or sometimes you can even find mutations like cresting on your seedling or variegation, or it can be a monstrose type. So that's why when you grow cactus from seed, it is not always 100% that the seedling will grow very similar to its parents. Sometimes it will, sometimes it doesn't, but that's the joy of growing cactus from seed. Another question that I'm always asked is, how long do cactus seeds last? Honestly, I don't know the answer to that question. But all I can say is I've had cactus seeds that I harvested 4 or 5 years ago, and I sowed them and they still germinated. So I am not sure, maybe I just got lucky. It may not be true for all cactus seeds. But yes, so I was able to germinate seeds that are 4 or 5 years ago. They were seeds of saguaro and parodias. Okay, and as long as you store them in a dry place, they should last for years. I store mine in a box in my garage. So that's where I store them. There you go, guys. So here are my cacti now, clean of cactus fruits on top of them. They look much neater now. There's a few that I left because they're not quite ready yet. The fruit is not ready to be picked, so I just left it there for a few more days or maybe a week more. And then before I let you go, guys, I just would like to share one good news. I'm one proud mom because recently the Cactus and Succulent Society of America did a show and a sale early this July, and they did a photo contest. So there was an adult division and a youth division, and my son entered a few pictures that he took of my cacti, and his picture won second place. So this is the picture that made him win. This is a Mammillaria rhodantha. So he took the picture. I was the one who gave the title, but he was the one who took this picture because he said some of my cacti looks like they are staring back at him. They look like they have eyes. So this is a Mammillaria rhodantha with a head splitting. That's why it has two that looks like eyes. So he took this picture and he won second place in the youth division. The prize for this picture is a gift certificate or a gift check from the Seed Depot of CSSA, or the Cactus and Succulent Society of America. Of course, what I did is I just gave my son the money equivalent of the gift check, and I will be the one who will use that to purchase more seeds from their Seed Depot. And by the way, this picture was taken using this Mammillaria of mine. This has an age to it, Mammillaria rhodantha. So he took a picture from this angle. It has split further from the time that he took the picture, but this is the one, and one of the heads is now forming flowers. So he took he submitted 3 pictures, this one and this is the other one. So it's an ice series, so he took pictures of my Mammillaria that are splitting, and there's one more. So he took 3, or he submitted 3 photos, and this Mammillaria rhodantha is the one that won second prize. We were not able to go to the show. This was supposed to be displayed during the CSSA show this July. That was the one that was held in the Huntington Museum or Huntington Garden, and this was supposed to be displayed, but we were not able to go because that was the time that I got COVID. So if any of you were able to go to that show and happen to have a picture of this displayed or a video, please send it to me, message me, DM me, or email me. I would love to see this displayed. It would make me happy and make me proud, and also my son will be very delighted to see it displayed. Alright, that's it for my video for today. If you like it, guys, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel if you like cactus and other desert plants, and I will talk to you again next time. Bye everyone, and cheers.